Kevin Stefanski is really enjoying this moment. Kevin Stefanski is making the Browns organization basically Jerry Springer. He's making a mockery of the situation and enjoying it. Just announce the goddamn quarterback, who's quarterback number 2. Why are we playing these goddamn mind games?
That face right there tells you everything you need to know about Shedeur possibly getting in, ever. Oh my God. Look how fucking happy he is. Look at this nigga, bro. I don't know if his number's gonna be called.
Kevin Stefanski's feud with Shedeur Sanders has reached an explosive point. The animosity between the two is so thick you can cut it with a knife, and it's clear Stefanski has no interest in seeing Sanders thrive. In the latest game, with the Browns completely dominating, there was a moment that screamed of underlying tension. Dillon, stepping in as quarterback, had Stefanski grinning and laughing like a man who couldn't hide his true feelings. It almost felt like he was throwing shade, celebrating Dillon's success in a way that felt like a dig at Shedeur. With Stefanski pulling the strings, it's becoming undeniable. Shedeur's shot at making it in the team is slipping through his fingers, and it's clear Stefanski's enjoying every minute of it.
We focus on what's in front of us, and obviously you can certainly look backwards if you want, but we don't.
For months, Kevin Stefanski has played the game, hiding his disdain for Shedeur Sanders behind carefully chosen words and calculated responses. But in the latest post-game press conference, the gloves came off, and Stefanski didn't even bother with subtlety. When asked about Sanders' future with the team, the coach, without hesitation, shrugged off the question like it was beneath him. He refused to even utter Sanders' name, making it clear, that was a conversation from the past. We're not focusing on that plan right now. This was no longer the clever, behind-the-scenes sniping we've seen before. Stefanski was sending a message loud and clear. Shedeur Sanders has no place in his plans, and he doesn't even care to discuss it. By blatantly ignoring Sanders, Stefanski made it apparent that Shedeur's future with the Browns is a non-issue. It's a direct hit, a move that makes it clear Shedeur's time with the team is all but over, and Stefanski's contempt for him is now front and center. After brushing aside any mention of Shedeur Sanders, Coach Stefanski launched into his so-called victory speech, touting the power of teamwork. He emphasized how crucial it was for the players to push each other and offer support because, in the end, football is all about the team. But here's the kicker. While preaching unity, Stefanski is clearly drawing a line in the sand, signaling that Shedeur Sanders is no longer part of his vision. It's a glaring contradiction, talking about collaboration and togetherness while simultaneously casting certain players, like Sanders, out of the team's future. It raises
game right there. Yeah! How about supporting each other? How about supporting each other? How about pushing each other? How about celebrating with each other? Okay? That's what it's about in this team game.
Analysts are coming down hard on Stefanski, accusing him of undermining the entire Browns organization with his actions during the game. They argue that by relegating Shedeur Sanders to second-string quarterback, Stefanski set him up to fail from the start. Meanwhile, as Dillon Gabriel took the spotlight, Stefanski was caught laughing and joking with him, all while Shedeur sat on the sidelines. Critics are calling it an outright mockery, showing utter disrespect for Sanders and turning his situation into a spectacle. This move only fuels the growing narrative that Stefanski is actively dismissing the future of his own team.
That face right there tells you everything you need to know about Shedeur possibly getting in, ever. Oh my God. Look how fucking happy he is. Look at this nigga, bro. I don't know if his number's gonna be called.
But was Dillon Gabriel flawless enough to lead the Browns to victory on his own? Far from it. Dillon was under constant pressure throughout the game, getting sacked several times and struggling to stay composed. His inability to execute key plays highlighted the offense's struggles. With the running game doing the heavy lifting and the Browns comfortably ahead, fans began calling for Stefanski to give Shedeur Sanders a shot. This was precisely the kind of game where Sanders could have shined. His poise under pressure and playmaking skills would have been the perfect complement to the ground game, potentially shifting momentum and sealing the win. Despite Dillon Gabriel's obvious struggles, Stefanski stuck with him, refusing to give Shedeur Sanders a chance to step in. It was as if Stefanski didn't want Sanders to have his moment, even though the circumstances were perfect for him to make an impact. By not making the change, Stefanski missed a prime opportunity to reinvigorate the offense and show faith in his backup quarterback. The game was crying out for a switch, but Stefanski ignored it, letting a crucial moment slip away. This decision left many questioning his judgment. Even with the win, the fans aren't celebrating. A sense of frustration is building, and all of it is being directed at Dillon Gabriel. While the team continues to push the idea that Gabriel is the top quarterback, the fans aren't buying it. They're asking how Gabriel can be considered the best when he only had 18 pass attempts, while running back Quinshon Judkins racked up 25 carries. Fans were chanting Shedeur Sanders' name throughout the game, expressing their dissatisfaction and belief that Sanders deserves his chance. The frustration with Gabriel is clearly growing, and the fan base isn't holding back.
Hey, Dave, this gonna be us one day.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be us.
After the game, Browns management likely expected a positive reaction from the fans. Instead, social media erupted with calls for Shedeur Sanders to be named the starting quarterback. Fans voiced their frustrations, insisting it was time for a change, and arguing that Sanders had more than earned the chance to lead the team. The growing online backlash revealed a clear divide between what the fans want and the direction Stefanski and the Browns management are taking. As the pressure intensifies, it's becoming obvious that the quarterback situation is a major point of contention, fueling division within the fan base. Stefanski, however, continues to brush off Shedeur Sanders as a legitimate option, firmly backing Dillon Gabriel without a second thought. When asked about Gabriel's performance, Stefanski praised his work ethic, emphasizing that Gabriel gives his all every week and has the toughness to keep the team moving forward. He pointed out that the behind-the-scenes effort often goes unrecognized, but is crucial to the team's success. But what is Stefanski really getting at here? It almost seems like he's intentionally avoiding giving Sanders a shot, clinging to Gabriel despite the mounting pressure from fans calling for a change.
He's a leader in this football team. He plays his butt off every single week. I think you just like anybody, we know what the fun in this business is.
In the end, Coach Stefanski's handling of the quarterback situation is raising more questions than answers. His stubborn insistence on sticking with Dillon Gabriel, despite his clear struggles, and his refusal to give Shedeur Sanders a legitimate chance only fuels the growing divide between the team and its fans. Stefanski's comments about Gabriel's work ethic and dedication ring hollow when they seem to disregard the clear talent Sanders could bring to the table. By sidestepping Sanders and dismissing the mounting fan outcry, Stefanski is not only undermining the quarterback competition, but also sending a troubling message about his priorities as a coach. Is he more interested in protecting his own narrative than doing what's best for the team? As fans continue to voice their frustrations and demand change, the question remains: how long can Stefanski keep ignoring the growing consensus that Sanders deserves a shot? His refusal to adapt could very well be his undoing, and as the tension between him and the fan base grows, it's clear that this quarterback controversy is far from over. The question isn't whether Sanders will get his chance, but rather, how much longer Stefanski can hold on to the reins before the pressure becomes too much to bear. What do you think? Has Stefanski lost touch with the fans and the team's needs? Is his loyalty to Dillon Gabriel preventing him from giving Shedeur Sanders a fair shot? How much longer can he ignore the growing pressure and stick with a quarterback who hasn't proven himself? Shouldn't a coach make the tough call when the situation demands it? With every passing game, the tension grows. How long can Stefanski avoid the inevitable fallout? Do let us know your thoughts.